Hey gang, Joey Gargiulo here. Hope all is well. I am standing outside One-Eyed Jack's card room in Sarasota, Florida, about to compete in their Wacky Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. 100-hour No-Rake tournament with a 12K guarantee. Uh, it's a pretty cool format. It is a little turbo-y, 20-minute blinds. $10,000 starting stack with a $20 dealer add-on for another 10,000 chips. So you're starting with basically your standard 20,000 chips, 20-minute blinds, turbo-y. I have not competed in this event since I did my formal training. So I did compete in it once, didn't have any idea how to navigate and um, work a 20-minute blind one-day tournament and 20-minute level one-day tournament, and I'm very excited to see what I could do here. Uh, this card room is pretty awesome. They have a lot of tables. They have sports betting. I believe the background is that it was actually at the Sarasota Raceway, and they moved it off-site to this location. It's kind of like an old supermarket. It's in a shopping center, you can see. Very, very safe neighborhood, excellent crowd, some local grinders that are pretty good. They're dialed into how to navigate this kind of tournament, and they do very well. And plus, this card room has some larger series that will show up on Hand and Mob with some big cash prizes, but I don't believe a $100 event's going to do that today, which is fine. I like to fly under the radar. The food here is over the top. The last time I was here, I had a house salad with blackened salmon, super delicious. They make a homemade chili, if I remember, burgers, shrimp, of course, because we're in Florida. So some pretty good food. You can't eat at the tables, but they have a lot of tables on the sides. They do serve alcohol, which is pretty cool. Unlike my friends in Texas, the card rooms there, here in Florida, they do serve alcohol in the card rooms. No smoking. So my friends like Sergio that don't like to smoke, you have nothing to worry about. It's a smoke-free area. And the sports betting is to the side of the poker. They do have some pretty good cash here. 1-2, 1-3. So they have both 1-2 and 1-3, 2-5. They do double bomb pot, $10 double board, $10 bomb pot tables. Oh my God. So when you bust out of a tournament, like, you got a place to go if you want to have some fun, make some serious money, and do some serious gambling too. But it's, you know what, everybody knows me, knows I am a sucker for double board bomb pots. And most of the tables, when a new player comes in, mandatory double board bomb pot on hold'em tables, and every dealer push like we do in Texas. So it's a pretty good format. So I'm late registering, but it's only like 6:45, 6:50 right now, so it's not too late. I just missed one level, no big deal. I'm gonna go and test my skills against the locals. I'm pretty dialed into the Florida crowd. My regular home tournaments that I play with, same format, 20-minute levels, turbo-y, blinds and antes go up very rapidly. I am used to that. The only thing I didn't like about this card room when I did the tournament last time, and hopefully they changed it, is they had something ridiculous like a 5-minute or a 7-minute break time. That was it. They do that just to get the dealers out of there in time, which it is what it is, but hopefully they at least give us 10 minutes. 7 minutes, 5 minutes. It's, I don't know what a woman does when she has to go to the restroom and there's a line, because there are a lot of really awesome women players here. Anyway, let me go see what I can do here. Peace out, my friends. All right, so an update. One-Eyed Jacks, the tournament, pretty awesome. I ran really deep. I cashed in 13th place for about $650. Not bad for $120 buy-in. The field was mostly soft. There were a few local pros that were grinding it that ran deep as well. Your typical Florida crowd, they like to push the all-in once they realize that they're below 15 big blinds. They don't want to see any flops. It is what it is, You have to know how to navigate it. You just can't be a calling station to them because they want you to play right into that game. And if you pick and choose your spots, play position, You could definitely do well in that tournament. There were roughly just under 400 entries. Not bad if you think about it. There was like 40K, so that 12K guarantee was crushed. And I found out that sometimes they almost reached 500 entries. So for 120 bucks, by far the Wacky Wednesday No-Rake $100 tournament with the $20 add-on, the deal add-on, is one of the best values you're going to find on the southwest part of Florida. It's in Sarasota, One-Eye Jack's. I did not get a chance to sample the food, but I did meet up a lot of people that I knew at the different tables, and I asked them how their meals were, and everybody said everything was over the top. So kind of cool. If you are interested in playing in a no-rake tournament that's a higher stakes, I found out on Fridays they have a $300 one. I believe it's at 11 a.m. I don't know if they have a guarantee in it, but I do know that they're very serious there about attracting a good crowd. And I found out tonight that the crowd was actually kind of light because the Tampa Hard Rock has that Tampa Classic going on, which I'm playing in this weekend, you know, the main event. And by far, super safe, super nice people, nice mixed crowd. I played with everybody from a 21-year-old up to like an 80-year-old. A lot of women play there, which is nice. The breaks are 10 minutes long, not the best, but that's my only thing. And they have to do that. They took out the 100 level to start it, and added made the breaks go down to 10 minutes just to make things move along. And it's fine, you know. I mean, for any kind of turbo-y kind of tournament that has 20-minute levels, you want to get out of there in a decent hour. And the tournament started at 6:30. And I cashed like around midnight, so it's not too bad. And the blinds and antes was so high at that point. I think the average chip stack had like 5 bigs, so that final table was going down. And what I found out is most of the time they actually chop it because most people at the table have, you know, 3 to 5 bigs. Maybe one person has 10 bigs. Nobody's usually a dominant chip leader, they said, and they usually chop it. And that's a good thing because the taxes, most of the time, the chop puts you under the 5K, so nobody's getting 1099. And in my world, I'd rather take 3-4 grand in cash off the books, you know, not being 1099, as opposed to grinding it out, winning a tournament, winning 6K, and giving $2,500 up to, you know, the federal government in the state. And if you're in a state that has taxes, Florida doesn't, which is nice. But I like the whole chopping thing, and I'm always willing to chop. You should be always willing to chop. You never know at that level. I mean, obviously, if you're playing in a bigger tournament and with a ring or a bracelet on the line, or, you know, 6 figures, totally different story. But even then, maybe you want to consider chopping. It's up to you. But anyway, One-Eye Jack's, Sarasota, very easily accessible off of I-75, not too far south of Tampa. For those that are like further south by Fort Myers, you are going to have like over an hour drive, you know, hour and a half drive. But it's very accessible near the Tampa area, Bradenton, that area. For me, coming from the south, it wasn't too bad, 45-minute drive, and it's all highway. So it's very, very accessible. Good food, good people, good atmosphere, smoke-free. You can't ask for more. Oh, the floor, the dealers were amazing. I mean, probably some of the best deals I've ever seen in Florida, to tell you the truth. And I found out a lot of them were new, and they're recruiting and training them very well, if they are training them, or they're already recruiting them already trained. But not one negative thing about the card room. But then again, I cash, so anytime you cash, it's usually not too much negative, right? Other than like I could have went further, but a cash is a cash. It's not always about making the final tables. It's not always about winning. It's about, you know, positive EV decisions and positive EV experiences. And by far, One-Eye Jack's is positive EV in my book. Anyway, peace out, my friends.